Hey guys, so happy Friday. So I'm up here at this Dollar Tree. It's a different Dollar Tree. I've already done a Dollar Tree haul like 2 days ago that I've not uploaded because I've just not had time. But anyways, so I was going to get out and go in here, but then I was thinking about some stuff that I've just like been thinking about and dealing with, and just thinking as I was driving home from work. But first things first, no, it ain't Friday, it's Thursday. See, I'm like all over the place because like it's been a chaotic about 2 weeks for me. But anyway, so it's been a rough day today. It started out, I got up late, and then I literally, so I have to walk down this long thing to get to work and then back up this hill to get back to my car. And so I was already running behind. I fed my chickens, and when I went out there and fed my chickens, I was giving them watermelon, and then the juice splattered on one side of my pants. I had to scrub that off, and I'm like, goodness. I was gonna go change them. I'm like, I don't have time. So I was like, whatever. And it was pouring down to rain, okay? So I done all that. Got to my car, forgot my coffee, had to go get my coffee, bring it back. And I mean, it was just like pouring to rain, okay? I'm like, Lord help me. So I'm hauling butt to work, get up there and walking so hard. And my boss was there too. He was running late too. Like my general foreman was running late and my foreman was running late. So my general foreman was walking with me to clock in, and then my foreman was 30 minutes late. So I was just hightailing it, and the rain was coming down. I'm like, we need to hurry, we've got 4 minutes left. And he's like, oh my gosh, we got enough time. I'm like, no, we don't. Look back down the clock, we had 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm walking as hard as I can, get in there, clocked in at 5:59. okay, 1 minute till 6, and we have to be there by 6. So our shift's 6 to 4:30. So I'm like, thank the Lord. I was drenched. I'm telling you, I had this little Temu rain jacket on because I couldn't find my other one from work. It's really good and like it does really well. Couldn't find that, so I wore this. So I was drenched because it was leaking, like the water was leaking down to my sweatpants, and I looked like this is what I look like, but I just literally got up in the bed and rode with it. And so some other stuff had went on because there's like overtime, which I'm doing it, and then I had a dentist appointment tomorrow, but tomorrow's overtime, and if you miss, you have to miss it too. Just a big old long scenario, and it was just frustration, okay? So I'm like, I'll just, cancel my dentist appointment, and go Tuesday. So all that was said and done, got that squared away. But work has been very stressful, very chaotic the past 2 weeks, just on everyone. There's some new changes at work, and it's just been one thing after the other, day after day after day after day after day. Yesterday was bad, the day before was bad, today was bad. I mean, it's just a cycle for everyone. And you go in there, and I'm not complaining, this is reality here. Stress. And I'm like, Lord, help me. But today I was just at my wit's end. I was just all like flustered. Got past that. Here we are. But what I'm getting at is, as I was driving home, well, not home, to the Dollar Tree here, I was just thinking, and I've been thinking all week, the holidays coming up and all this stuff. And I don't give myself enough grace. I don't give myself enough credit, and I don't appreciate myself as much as I need to. And during these difficult times for the past 2 weeks, I have stepped back, and I've come eye to eye, and I'm like seeing these things. I'm like, this might be going on right now, but I'm thankful. I'm thankful for what I can do for me and my kids. I'm thankful that I have a job that I can go to, even though it's hard right now and the heat's hard on all of us, but I've got that job. And we're getting through this. We're getting through the difficulty times or whatever, but it's stressful. Like, that's an understatement, okay? And so I'm driving and I'm like, you know, I'm blessed. And I'm just thinking, like, in my mind, I'm just thanking the Lord. Because, I mean, I've been beside myself. It's just been chaotic. And I'm thinking, you know, I've got a home. I've got a good running car that I don't have to worry that's going to break down or anything. We have food. We have clothes. We have shoes on our feet. You know, we're blessed. We're blessed. But at times during work situations and it gets chaotic, stress gets real. And our soul and spirit just focus on that because it just drags our soul down to a level that you can't explain. But as I was sitting out here, and it's getting dark, I've got to go in there. I'm like, you know, I'm giving myself credit. I'm showing myself grace. And I have 4 beautiful kids that I'm doing this for them, for us, to get the things that we need and to have the things that we need. And Christmas is coming up. And, you know, I've just been reflecting on, you know, family, and like all of mine are about gone. And I'm thinking, I have got to stand like how my mama was. Even though everybody's gone almost out of my life, that, you know, they're my family that's gone and in heaven or whatever, I've got to be that person that my kids are going to remember, and my grandkids when I get grandkids and all this, that's going to remember, hey, remember when mama done this, or remember when mama did that, remember when mama did this. And like, you know, sometimes in life we can't see what's ahead, and we can't. But, and I'm hoping this is making sense, but my mind's been all over the place. And I'm like, you know, even during this difficult time that I'm going through right now with just work and just the cluster of everything, and it's mainly just work, stress from work, my goodness, I'm blessed. And I was driving and I was thinking that I'm proud of myself. I'm blessed. I have kids that are beautiful. I have kids that are my life, kids that I would lay down my life for. And I've done this. Like, I've took care of us. And of course their daddy has too. I'm not even like, you know, he's a good father. He takes care of them too. But I'm speaking like, you know, I'm a single woman, and at my home, I do this. I don't have a mom. I don't have a dad. I don't have family. I have no help whatsoever. I do what I do to provide for us and in our household. And I've not gave myself enough credit because I've just, you know, the ways of life gets on us and the stress, and like, it's hard. It is so hard. But, you know, sometimes we have to stop back and think, look how far you've come. If I would have looked back a long time ago, I remember writing down all of the bills that I had to get my credit score up, to be able to get a house. And, you know, the economy's been pretty bad for housing or whatever. But I remember doing all these things and writing down all my bills to get them paid off, to get my credit score up. And I finally got my credit score up about, I guess, a year ago. I guess it was, or a year or two, but it took me forever. I didn't know how I was going to get it up. I didn't know how I was going to do all these things, but I had a vision and I had a plan, and I was like, I'm going to do this. I started paying it off little by little, and then if I could give more, I'll do more. I done that. And, you know, I'm just saying, I'm proud of myself. And, you know, it's November. We're getting close to the holidays. We're getting close to Thanksgiving. So this is my thanks. Okay, so we're going to start like a video like thing. So if you have like something in your life that you're thankful for, or something that you've accomplished for you, whatever it might be that you don't give yourself credit for, let's upload some videos and share what, you know, what you've done. Because sometimes we've got to appreciate us for what we've done and how far we've come, because like I said, I remember those times in my life that I was down here, like just like my credit and everything, couldn't get nothing, and you know, I had just got out of my divorce, and it was scary and it was a hard time. But looking back then to now, I'm like, I've made all kinds of loops and overcome many obstacles and surpassed things that I never thought that I could. But I had hope and I had faith knowing that I could do that. And not even knowing how I was going to do that, I can do that because I trusted in the Lord. And sometimes it's just hard to see that, but you have to have a vision, and you have to have, you know, the hope, to have faith, to know that God's going to see us through. Even at times when we feel like we don't deserve it, He always makes a way for us. And so this is November. It is I was thinking of how November the 14th, and I'm like, mercy, it's already almost Thanksgiving time. And so I'm like wanting to start doing my dinner plan for me and my kids and the girls' boyfriends and whoever else comes over. I don't know who I'm gonna invite, but I was just thinking, normally my heart hurts, and I felt that sadness, like here, like kind of like slipping in when it, like the time changes and it starts getting dark or whatever. But I've not felt like, it's kind of like flip-flop. Like for once I felt grateful for what I've done and like accomplished or whatever. But I've also been thinking about how my mama would cook all of her meals and just the love that she would have, and like just kind of reflecting. I'm like, you know, I've got to get out of my feelings and out of my like hurting heart, and I've got to be thankful for what I have now. What I don't have is in the past. They're gone, but I've got to move forward and be what they were for my kids, because they don't have that, and so I can be what I can for them. And that sounds sad, but it don't sound sad, because it hurts when the holidays come. But I'm so thankful that the Lord has blessed me with the ability to do what I have done. And it might not be much to most, but it's a lot to me, because people don't know how hard it is unless you've been in my shoes or other shoes that, you know, literally have nobody, like, you know, like a mom or dad, mama, papa, a brother. Bless his heart, you know, everybody knows his situation. But sometimes we are a lot stronger than what we think we are. And, you know, we just have to always try to remember to be thankful and just thank the Lord for what He has done. Because if you look back in the past, most of us never thought that we would be here where we at now. Whether it's good or bad, I mean, it goes both ways. There, you know, there's different situations in that, but I'm blessed, and it's been hard. I have worked all week this week, 10 hours. I'm working, 10 hours a day, so that's 40 hours this week. Friday I'm working overtime, which is another 10 hours. Saturday I'm working another 10 hours, and then Sunday I'm working 12 for the nursing home. So that's all a whole week. But Christmas is coming up, I know that, and I'm just getting, you know, extra overtime for my family. So I was like, man, I'm gonna be tired, you know, like working all week ain't fun. I'm telling you, it's working all week, 7 days a week is not fun. But, you know, if you want to better in life and, you know, all these things, you have to work for it. You have to put it out. And that's what I'm doing. And I just had thankfulness in my heart and spirit, even though it's been turmoil and crap like that. I've been thankful. So it's November, and I know people do like the thankful days and stuff like that. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I don't know. I'm thankful for everything that I have. Even when the going gets tough, I'm thankful for those hard times, because I do remember not having, and I do remember going without. I do remember at times as a kid freezing because situations that had happened in like my childhood. Like my dad was out and about one couple of days, and my mom couldn't get the heater, the stove going. I called it a heater. And I was getting up for school one morning, and she was crying. And this is not even the whole story. I'm not going to even share it because it's in depth, but bits and pieces. And she was like, I can't get this fire started. So I went out and got kindling myself. And I was young. Lord, it was right before my daddy died. I was probably about 14, 15. And I said, don't cry, Mama. I mean, it was so cold that morning. My daddy got out and was drunk and laying up somewhere. I don't know where he was at, but and he was 37, my age now, crying. She said, I can't get it warm in here for you. I don't know what to do. Your daddy's gone. And I said, don't worry about it, Mama. And I went out in the yard and got it wasn't kindling, it was twigs. It was like little twigs outside. I went and gathered them out because it's a woody area. I gathered a bunch of them. I got some newspaper, got that wood, got some bigger pieces of wood, and got that thing going. I said, don't you worry. But I remember freezing. I remember not having, like now I've got that central air that just like heats up my house. I never had that growing up. My memory went out on my phone storage or whatever. So when all that's said and done, I'm older now. I'm wiser now. And I have those things in my life. And heat is something that we need to be thankful for. Some people don't have that. Some people don't have running water. Some people don't have a home, like a roof over their head. Some people don't have food. Like those are so many things to be thankful for. And we each forget something that's so simple can be so big in others' lives. And as a child, I recall that. As a child, I remember that. As a child, I remember how I felt with situations of the environment that I lived in. And as an adult now, I would never want my kids to have to go through that. So for once, I've been reflecting this past week of how far I've come as an individual and how much I have accomplished. I'm not being hooty tooty and like, you know, bragging or whatever. I'm thankful because I know the hurt. I know the sadness. I know all of that. I know. But I'm thankful that God's gave me the ability to let me do better for myself and do better for my children, like for them. Because that was just a horrible time for me in my life. Like, I have so many things that I could share that I'm not ready to share with you all. And it's part of like growth. It's part of like, just part of like it's part of my life. But we're blessed. We're blessed beyond measure. And I'm thankful for that. But I'm proud of myself. I'm really proud of myself. I've come a long, far way, and it's almost Thanksgiving time. So guys, let's share something that we're thankful for you, for yourself. Let's notice ourselves for once. Let's speak of something that we're grateful for or what we've accomplished. So, you know, none of us want to get up and go out and work every day, but we have to, right? they ain't none of us want to like work all like sometimes on the weekends, but we do to better ourselves and to have the things that we have. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that I had that opportunity. I'm thankful that I have the strength to do that, because it's rough sometimes, but I've accomplished so much and I'm proud of myself. So anyways, let's spread this. Let's upload a video if y'all want to. If you want to, you don't have to. Or if you don't want to, you don't have to. But if you want to, let's do it. I think it would be interesting to listen to everybody's, like, you know, story or whatever. But anyways, I hope everybody's doing good. Keep me in your prayers, because it has been a long 2 weeks for me here lately. Work situation, all this stuff. But I've come too far to look back now. So God's good. And I'm just going to keep trekking on. That's all that I'm doing, one day at a time. I'll get to where I need to be. That's that. But anyways, until next time, guys, I'll talk to you guys later. And thanks for watching. Bye.